Alright, welcome back to the channel. What I have for you today is the next part of the Oklahoma expedition. This part is going to be the following day from the previous video, and if you guys have missed the previous video and the interview, I will leave those links in the description. What we're doing in this video is we are going to go exploring the area where we had those occurrences happen the previous night. We're going to go ahead and show you all of that area, go explore that area. Then we're going to go down to the water source, the creek, and we're going to go explore the creek, and I'm going to show you that whole entire area. And along the way, Dave's going to go ahead and give us more info about the area. The wildness of this area is hard to describe. It's really hard to even see through camera, but I'm going to do my best, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. And hey, if you're new to the channel, you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there, especially if you like Bigfoot or Sasquatch content. Alright, enough talking out of me. Let's go ahead and get on to the video. Let's do it. So this is the area where last night we heard some things coming from. The road is down there. If you guys can see, here, let me adjust. The road is down there. And we were walking along that road and we heard something coming down that hill. And we assumed that it was up here, correct? Dave?
Well, it was in either... See, these two gullies come from the top there and empty into that those creek bottoms down there. So it was in. We were on that road down there.
Yep.
And we were hearing it. To me, sounded like some rocks being displaced, like something walking through here. If you take video off the edge there, you can see that's a deep
Little ravine, huh?
Gully, whatever you want to call it. And even something really stealthy would have a hard time going through there without displacing some rocks. I say there's no way to know that it was for sure a Sasquatch. I say the only thing I can tell you for sure is that this is a place that does have Sasquatch activity in it, that I've experienced here. Other people that I've brought have. Including my son Elijah and Cornell Hanratty, who has the No Such Thing podcast. He came down here from Massachusetts year before last. So, and I've investigated a sighting by a man on horseback down here that had one walk out in front of him. So that I can tell you. Now that last night, was it our friendly neighborhood Sasquatch or was it a bear or something like that? We don't know. But definitely document it and pay attention, because I'm thinking tonight we'll come and use that big flat rock for a place to set whatever equipment we want to use up, and listen on that. I know it's hard to get the perspective sometimes on how steep.
It is. That's really steep. I mean, not super steep, but steep.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. Trying to carry that bandage in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes the camera don't pick up how steep, but pretty good ways down there.
Yeah, and the only reason why that stopped is that little tree.
Yeah, it's about 100 foot down.
Beautiful area right here.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. You see they've had a fire down here earlier this year. It's just been such a dry summer. These little trees here that are like this, like
yeah.
Right here, those are huckleberry. Have died, and even the ones right by camp that are green, there's no berries on them. They'd be good to eat right now if we could find some. They're little blueberry. They don't taste like blueberries, but they're little tiny blue, like crunchy little berry. They're very good.
Nice. So you guys can see these trees where he's talking about they were getting burned. I was talking about the trees.
The all green and dry. I mean,
yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of like the Pacific Northwest down here when it's all the ferns are really green.
Sure.
But yeah, I love it down here. It's neat to have somebody along once in a while.
Yeah. So yeah, this drainage right here, Dave, they could use that really easily, huh?
Use it for what?
Traveling.
Oh yeah. And, so we got a perspective out there even better than camp. We got the ridge going up there, called a ridge, it's a mountain.
Sure.
Through that boulder field.
Yeah.
And definitely early October, want to pay attention walking through these boulder fields because timber rattlers will be getting ready to go to den. So it's a good chance, especially if sun comes out later, they may be sunning themselves. Don't want to get a bite by one of those out here. Now, timber rattlers are generally not an aggressive snake. If you step on them, they will bite you. Trying to keep your eye out in the leaf litter here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can find footprints.
Okay.
In here. I mean, they're not going to show definition like toes and stuff.
Sure.
If it's looks like a really big human-sized footprint and there's a line of them,
Yeah.
it may just be. Wild grapes.
That's what that is, wild grapes?
Incredible. Tell you what, something wanting to hide and watch. When you see our truck,
Yeah.
there's plenty of places to hide.
There definitely is. There's a lot right down through here.
Tracy does not want to be found to hide. The area that we're at right now, Will,
Yep.
if it's not deer season,
Yeah.
very few people come back in here.
Yeah, it looks like that.
You know, about the only time I've ever encountered other people down in here at all is if it's like deer season and people are coming in. Of course, when they're coming in a deer hunt, I'm going home.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess them up or risk getting accidentally mistaken for a deer and shot, you know.
Sure.
There's just something unsettling when you see a deer camp with a whole lot of alcohol. High-powered weapons
Yeah.
and alcohol. What could possibly go wrong, right?
You don't know who's got that weapon and how they handle their alcohol and all that. Yeah, I agree.
Ridge here, where we're at, we're about halfway up the mountain proper, if you will.
Yeah.
They're just right on the edge of the drop-off down in those creek bottoms that we were hiking into last night.
This place is definitely squatchy. Without a doubt. This area, this location, it goes miles and miles and miles up over that hill into other valleys and other hills and other valleys and other hills. So it isn't like right over on the top of that other hill right there. Up there is like civilization. That is not the case.
Yeah, the Kiamishi Mountains are a sub-range of the Ouachita Mountains. The Ouachita Mountains are in the Ouachita National Forest, extend from Oklahoma all the way into south central Arkansas. So it's one of the larger national forests in the south. It may be the largest national forest in the south, actually.
So last night we heard what were these duck sounds like at 3:30 in the morning. Turns out to be what, Dave? Let them know.
That was a heron.
A heron. It's a little spooky at night. I mean, it kind of sounds like a duck, but in the middle of the night.
It was a heron we were hearing.
Yeah. Heron we were hearing. Some of these rocks are weathered really crazily.
Yeah, these are old rocks.
Yeah, you can tell the way they're weathered and...
If they could talk.
Ha! The stories they'd have, huh? Wow, that's a pretty big boulder.
Get turned around out here.
Absolutely. Look at that boulder field. Wow.
Yeah, this is not a place you go running through the woods.
No.
Not unless you want to break a leg.
Yeah. So how many square miles is this area, Dave?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't know. A lot.
Like I say, the Ouachita Mountains have a lot of sub-ranges. You got the Kiamishi Mountains, you got the Jack Fork Mountains. And when I'm down in this part of the state, I use Kiamishi Mountains kind of generically, just wherever I'm at. I just call it Kiamishi. So I'm not getting too bent out about being proper that this is the sub-range, blah, blah, blah.
This reminds me of the Appalachian Mountains a little bit.
They are old mountains like the Appalachians, actually. these are the eastern type of mountains, same type of mountains as the Appalachians. They're not, you know, people out west live in the Cascades and the Rocky Mountains say these aren't mountains, and well, compared to that, they're not.
Right.
But these are older mountains than like the Rockies. They're just weathered a lot more. Tell you what, Will,
Yep.
whether you find any evidence of Bigfoot or not, to me it's always just great to be out here.
It absolutely is great to be out here.
I hope we do get some, you know, activity and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we got a little last night down on that road.
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't say for sure, but
Let me tell you, if anybody that tells you they can for sure show you Bigfoot, don't waste your money.
yeah.
But,
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with Ron Moorhead 100% when he says you don't find them, they find you.
I agree with that.
But, I agree with that 100%.
I second that motion.
Well, you want to hike down there and see?
You can do whatever you'd like to do. I didn't come here to sit on my butt and sleep all morning.
Just part of the morning.
just part of it.
Back March before last, when it was me, my son Elijah, and Cornell were down there shooting the night vision footage, something was walking along this area right here. We could hear it in the distance from down in the road. So what we're going to do, we're going to hike down from the top of this ridge down into these creek bottoms here and get a little perspective on where those sounds are coming from. So,
Brand new hiking boots are coming in handy.
yeah, I just bought those.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, all these little rocks make it a little bit harder to get through here.
See how the rain gets down here, it gets swampy.
Yeah.
And I've been down here before filming, and when I get home, looking through it and see a game camera on the tree.
Yeah. Those darn things, they're camouflaged, huh? Are these wild grapes here or just briars? I don't see no grape leaves, so it's probably... Yeah.
These briars, they got thorns on them, the briars.
Yeah, this area is a lot more greener. This area, guys, has been hit with a once in 100-year drought. It's been like 100 years, you said, or something like that?
Hasn't been this dry since 1930.
Since the 1930s.
When it was muddy to find tracks.
Yeah.
It's doggone dry.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you, in the summertime, spring, when it's wet,
Yeah.
mosquitoes will eat you alive down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a swamp.
Yeah, you could tell that this place would be mosquito heaven.
Pick that up or not, that looks like a possible trap. It's not big though.
It's hard to tell in this dry
It's really
conditions,
hard
like
to
you're saying.
tell. Here's what I always tell people, and I spoke at the Bigfoot conference in Honubby, which would be last week. And one thing I was telling people, whether you think it could be or not, take a picture of it and document it. And
Sure.
just throw it away later. But
And one important thing, I think it's important to say, just because you find something doesn't mean it's a Bigfoot evidence.
of course not.
Right. You know this, but there are a lot of groups out there, every little thing they find, and we're not going to mention their names, but, oh, that's got to be Bigfoot. Look, it's oval. It's got to be a footprint, or some little generic tree leaning on another tree. Oh, that's got to be Bigfoot that did that.
You say generic tree, you mean not a brand name tree? Hey, I have fun on those things, okay? So
Me too. We're having a good time out here.
worst thing you can do is go in the woods with what I call monster on the brain and think everything you see is evidence of Sasquatch.
Amen.
But the thing is, when you find something that seems out of place, it doesn't cost you a thing to take a picture of it.
That's exactly right.
There's been many times when I've looked at things when I got back home and delete because nope, not
Yeah, it's not what I thought it was.
what I thought. But there have been times in the past where I have neglected to take a picture or a cast or something like that and got home, says, why didn't I just keep a picture of that? Because, you know.
So people at home are going to hear that little howling that was over there in the background just now. Did you hear that over there?
Do what?
Sounded like a bird or something?
Bird.
Okay, it's a bird. Just because I know people are going to ask what that was. And I am not familiar with the Oklahoma territory down here.
But this morning about 7 o'clock, a great horned owl started calling out. What I considered, and I think is a good chance of Sasquatch vocalizations, the first trip down here, Cornell come down, jet lagged, and he slept right through some crazy vocalizations that night.
Yeah, that jet lag will get you.
I've never flown, so I can't relate.
You've never flown, huh?
Nope.
Are you afraid to fly or just never done it?
I have no desire to fly.
No? I'll tell you what, a lot better than driving 1,400 miles, man.
Yeah, unless you're taking a scenic drive. Now, at the first annual Texas Bigfoot conference in Jefferson, Texas, back in 2001, I met Dr. John Bindernagel,
Wow.
which was, you know, a wildlife biologist from British Columbia. He made a field trip out of a drive he drove from British Columbia to Jefferson, Texas. He made a field trip out of it. So I'm like, man, I can't even imagine how long would that have taken.
Bucket list. That'd be a great thing to do, though.
Yeah. A long drive.
Last night we had what sounded like a rock got thrown at us while we were on that road, or something fell out of the tree. Hopefully tonight we'll get a little bit more action. Oh, here's these berries again. I wonder what they are. Somebody leave me a comment and let me know what kind of berries they are. You guys can see how dry it is down here. Look at these. Dry, dry, dry. So we're not allowed to have a fire. So we have to cook using a camp stove. And Dave's up there getting ready to cook some steaks that I bought for us yesterday. So we're about to eat good. Dave hooking it up with the steaks.
Yeah, and probably won't be as good as when Elijah made it, but
that's all right. You said Elijah's / chef cook?
Oh, yeah. Cornell's watching this. This is the Brazilian steakhouse stuff he turned us on to when he come down here and brought the steak.
Thank you very much, Cornell.
Tell
We appreciate
Cornell
it.
what he's missing.
Yep.
If he's able to come, he'll be eating steak with us.
Absolutely. Well, he'll be here next time, hopefully.
Yeah,
you know?
hopefully.
Just checking. And yum.
Don't drop it, man.
Dave hooked it up. Look at that. Oh, I'll still eat it. I'd pick it up and eat it. I'm just letting the juices, letting it rest, let the juices do their thing. But yeah, Dave's hooking it up over here. I gave Dave my fat off of my steak because I don't eat fat, but he loves it, huh?
Yeah, it's good for you.
Good for you, huh?
Lubricates the arteries.
Is that what you call it? My doctor calls it something else.
What does he know, right? Cast the line out and fish just hang out under the rock. There's still fish in here.
What do you guys catch out of here?
A lot of bluegill, Kentucky bass, smallmouth bass, and there's even a few catfish in here. You know. When Mark Copeland come down here a couple of summers ago with his son Austin, Austin was fishing. He caught a little yellow cat, little bitty one. So there they are, occasional catfish. And yeah, generally it's a lot of bluegill, smallmouth bass, and Kentucky bass.
What's a Kentucky bass?
It's just It's a largemouth bass, just a different strain of largemouth bass.
Okay.
They don't get quite as big as regular largemouth bass.
We have those huge smallmouth bass in Lake Erie in Cleveland.
When I'm down here fishing, I just keep bluegill. There's no size limit on keeping bluegill, and I just send each one too. They're still fishing. You see them working the water out there.
Yeah.
Might catch a few here.
I see some minnows swimming out there.
Yeah. But yeah, like I say, man, the water is usually up here to the edge. Yeah, this is just ridiculously you know, like tonight, I guarantee you deer and other animals, they got a drink and they'll be coming down here.
Yeah.
Possibly even our friendly neighborhood Sasquatch. That would be nice.
Here's some tracks, some deer tracks right here.
Oh yeah, there's loads of deer down here.
Yeah. There. Thought there might be a snake under there.
Yeah, there should be. There's a lot of off. I guess the night was just a chilly night last night.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, underneath those roots there,
Yeah.
you can cast my line under that and you get fish there.
I'll tell you what though, after last night, the other part of the creek where how dry it was, this is refreshing to see. At least there's some water in here, you know?
Yeah, this is the bigger hole.
Yeah.
This is where, this is my, and there's actually further that way, there's another hole of water, bigger than this one.
Okay.
But it's, the second campsite we stopped at,
Yeah.
it's between these two. You know where I took the video I took of the cottonmouth striking at
I do,
Highlands?
yeah.
It's just about 100 yards that way.
Nice. Maybe we'll see one today.
Well, if the sun comes out later, it's a good chance to see them swimming. I'll let you catch one.
By hand?
They don't like that.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So how much water is usually in this creek or river?
We're wading. Man.
Wading in water right here, huh? Tell you what, this place looks really, really squatchy. There's nobody here. Squatchy. There's nobody here that hardly ever comes here. Dave said one time a year during deer hunting season, and that's about it. Other than that, this creature could stay down here basically year round. Yeah, other than deer season, but I'm sure with all these rocks like this, there's got to be like a cave area or something somewhere. Yeah.
Not like you see with stalagmites and stuff like that.
Sure. Even those rock overhang kind of caves provide some kind of shelter.
Oh yeah, I mean something could stuff itself in between.
and hide out. Yeah, absolutely. I gotta tell you, in my mind, when I thought about Oklahoma, this isn't the type of terrain that I thought Oklahoma had.
People think it's plains.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Very diverse as far as the different. Yeah.
Like desert type sand dunes.
Yeah.
In the northwest. You go down to the Wichita Mountains.
Yeah.
Down by Lawton. You think you're in New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, it's the like Mount Scott. It's very. It looks like a scene out of one of the old westerns.
Wow.
When they're riding through, you'll see smoke signals coming off the mountain or something. It looks
Yeah.
like that. Totally opposite type of this, but Mount Scott.
Yeah, even in southern Oklahoma, when I drove from Dallas, the trees were like stunted or something. Maybe they weren't getting enough. They all seem to be really short. But you come down here, and that's not the case.
Maybe you caught nothing. If you stick your hand.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me check. Is there ever any gold found in Oklahoma?
Yeah, they say there is, but it's not like large quantities. There is supposedly some places in the Comanche area people can pan and find a little bit.
This place right here looks like it.
Yeah.
Guys, this place is really squatchy down here in Oklahoma. First time I've been here, and I'll tell you, it has definitely surprised me. I thought Oklahoma was all flat and dusty with oil drills all over it. Not so much. An area like this, you guys can see. And there's nothing around for miles and miles and miles. Hill after hill after hill. Valley after valley after valley. And like Dave was telling you guys earlier, or he was telling me, and I told you guys, this place is only used once a year when people are deer hunting during deer hunting season. Other than that, there's hardly anyone ever here.
Alrighty. Yeah, I gotta say, when I was down there, the area really surprised me. What does everybody else think about the area that you guys have seen so far? And while you're at it, you might as well tell me what you think about the video, right? If you do like the video and you would like to see me do more of these expedition trips, make sure you smash that like button for me. And if you haven't seen the previous 2 videos, the link is in the description and you can go back and check those out if you want. One quick thing, YouTube is telling me only 12% of my subscribers are signed up for notifications. So if you're not getting the notifications for the videos, all you have to do is hit that notification button. Alright, and one last thing. You guys can probably hear me breathing when I'm down there, unfortunately. I tried to block a lot of it with music or cuts because no one wants to hear somebody breathing like into the camera. I get that. But when I got down there, I don't know, I guess all those pine trees or something had something to do with the allergies, and my sinuses like totally stopped up on me. By the time Sunday morning rolled around, I woke up about 5:30 in the morning feeling like I was suffocating. I could not breathe through my nose at all. Alright, enough about that though. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, especially if you like the video. What are you waiting on, right? You guys stay tuned for the next part. Can't wait to show you what's coming next. You guys are really gonna like it. And until next time, always remember, where there is a Willstar, there is a way. Willstar out.